This one? Or...
We got the same one.
Where's the fries at though? That thing's right here. Fries good though. Yeah. How do you do that? They take it forever.
Cancel.
Per usual.
Is it on?
Yep.
What's up, y'all?
The hammer and the wrench.
We're doing a mukbang.
What's it called?
Mukbang? Am I saying it wrong?
Yeah, you said right that time.
What did I say the first time? I'm a guest star.
B-A-N-K.
Introduce yourself.
I'm David.
What's in the middle?
He's the...
Yeah,
Or actually, scoot over.
He's 1/3. I want to be in the middle. Oh, put David in the middle?
I mean, you can know.
I look cute right here. Wow.
Just kidding.
Just a little bit.
We're doing a, did I say racism mukbang already?
No, I don't think we said what
We're doing a racism mukbang about racism in the classroom. In the classroom, probably hear me. We're eating sweet potato fries. I'm eating a vegan burger.
I got cheese fries. It was only right, you know. And I got fish tacos.
And David got fish tacos and sweet potato fries.
Yeah.
Wow,
Wow, she said the same thing.
It's crazy.
We're on the same page.
The big three is in this thing. What good?
I got a question. Who came up with that nickname?
Sam, you know she did. You hate it too?
I definitely don't love it.
I love the big three. I'm LeBron.
You what?
LeBron.
LeBron who?
James.
LeBron.
You LeBron Jr.
You could be LeBron James. Look at that hairline.
Okay, I'm gonna start this out. What is the most racist thing y'all have ever heard in class?
There was some crazy stuff in my common law class. There was one crazy thing in particular. It was a professor telling us to take racism out of the Trayvon Martin case. Yeah.
Oh, people was walling?
Huh?
That's
People were walling? No, I'm asking though, just as a follow-up.
Or people wilding, like what you mean?
Afterwards.
Response-wise.
I mean, to what you just said as far as like
Yeah.
criticizing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, what's it called? Kurt.
Okay.
Okay, like
Balsa press or previous press.
that happened
We
with
black.
the case with the guy on the train where he was shooting up the little black kids. And what was it? He said because one of them asked him for $5,
Yeah.
and you could just tell by like their demeanor, who they were, etc., that they were gonna rob him.
Yeah, so he shot them in self-defense.
And then he kept shooting them because they didn't die. He got off, right? And he was good.
I don't remember the holding or the end result, but I remember like a lot of people saying, I mean, I hope he's scared too. And I see like 3 young black boys dressed in X, Y, and Z clothing. Like, I don't remember. The equivalent to what they were saying in class was like Jordans and some basketball shorts.
That Heather McDonald thing was wild.
The
FedSoc event.
What happened? I didn't go.
So FedSoc brings, you know, they bring speakers on like a variety of like different issues.
FedSoc's the organization on campus.
Like everything I don't disagree with. But this one in particular was Heather McDonald. Basically, she advocates for you know, heavy like community policing, but not like community-based policing where the police work with the community to improve the community. She wraps like the argument around like these these statistics that she pulls, but like she grossly misinterprets data. Thankfully, we had like a very high turnout of you know, people who were very opposed to her ideas. Columbia students embarrassed her while she, you know, after she finished talking. Great questions, great criticisms of her arguments. You know, it was like one of the crazier things I saw as far as they're just so far right and so wrong, and they're wrapping their you know, their rhetoric in like legalese.
For me, I haven't heard that many things like super overtly racist in law school, like I would in undergrad sometimes. But the thing that jumps out to me, the thing that jumps out to me is like that time in class, Sam, when she won't be named, was like you can tell by looking at somebody if they don't belong in the neighborhood. And I just thought that was really wild. I'm like, what characteristics are you looking for? Other things that seemed kind of racist that weren't like racist on its face. If you think about it, it's more racist. Like we'll read cases in our criminal law class, but we had one case where this man was skiing.
Boy,
you know that?
yes!
So it skiing and he like killed somebody while he was skiing because he was going too fast. And bruh, people never raise their hand in class so fast saying like, I just don't understand. I ski all the time. Like he shouldn't be committed for murder, blah blah, or victim for murder.
No, let's be honest. Like I could see myself in him.
Yeah.
Like I ski all. I was like, y'all can see yourself in him, and this is why this man should be convicted for murder. But all these little kids that we talking about getting shot at and stuff, it's just like you cannot relate at all. Like that was crazy.
It was really. I feel like law school was more racist than I thought it would be. Less racist.
I mean, I expected this.
I think it's actually less racist than I thought it would be. Less like overt racism. For example, I remember I was sitting on a panel with a few people from other schools, and someone else from like a T14 was saying that like they had the most black people in their section, maybe about 5, I think, or 6. And he was like, some girl sent out an email to like her friends saying, you know, at least we got the black people in our section, so we don't have to worry about the curve. And it got out, and I thought that we were gonna have more experiences like that, where people were being just like overtly racist, and I feel like it's just been like racism within like the curriculum, racism.
I love my section, by the way.
No, I agree. I feel like I thought it was gonna be more racist. Probably with my undergrad experience where I felt like, I say this all the time, but like being in math classes, I just felt like little things, like people would never ask me to like be in their study groups or like ask me how I study, stuff like that. It was just expected that like I know how to study, if that makes sense, even though no one actually ever said that. And I got to law school, it was like the first people that ever asked me to be in a study group were white people, which like really caught me off guard. First person that ever asked me like, how am I gonna study for this class was a white person, which caught me off guard. So I feel like it's less overt racist than I thought, but like systematically it's worse in terms of like the law is just like the most racist instrument ever.
Absolutely.
And it's like, they teach it in an objective way, which kills me. It's like, this is just the law, this is just how it is. It's like, these laws are racist, have racist outcomes, but like, they teach it to make it seem like it's neutral. That bothers me more than like the actual student. That makes sense.
I agree.
Yeah, the curriculum
Too. Especially when they literally will try to make you detach from your identity in order to answer a question. Yeah, even though we're talking about slaves and shit, think about if it wasn't a slave. How would you respond? Think about if that wasn't your great auntie.
I know.
Like, how would you respond to this question?
Like, it's impossible.
Right.
Yeah, property was, that's one of those classes that were very covertly racist to me. Just like the way they talked about like, just everything, like wealth disparities, discovery, and like the little wealth laws for like how you bequeath stuff. And it was like, this is literally the way, this is wealth hoarding what we're learning about. But they don't say that. It's like, these are just the laws, and this is what you have to know. Like,
yeah.
So this is how white people be keeping all their wealth.
How you save your money.
Yeah, this is how you have all the houses. Oh, okay.
I mean, even what they talk about. I remember we talked about rent control and labor issues for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
What are like everyday racist things that y'all encounter?
Like
In law school or in life?
I guess in life in general. Like,
Where do I start?
No matter where you go, black people are gonna gravitate towards each other just because of our shared experiences. And I remember one time someone was running late and they said to a white person, I gotta hurry up because they're gonna notice I'm gone, I'm the only black person there. And they said, well, maybe if all of y'all stop hanging out together, they would notice. It's like, wow, well, okay. Also, it blows me that self-segregation, which really is not even a thing, only exists when it comes to black people.
Thanks.
Amen.
Because I ain't gonna point out other ethnicities and races that do it, but it's not uncommon.
I'll say it. I feel like,
White people?
well, white people gravitate towards each other. I feel like Asians gravitate towards each other. Like support groups, study groups, all that kind of stuff. But like you never hear anyone complaining about that the way you hear them complain about black people like being together. So it's like, I don't know, it's crazy. That's another thing too. I feel like these conversations aren't had in non-black communities. Like how many non-white friends do you have? Like that's not a thing if you're like in a white space.
Yeah,
Also, what is enough?
They do be having those conversations.
I don't think they do.
I mean, maybe
It's
like how many black
like-
friends do you have? They say it just like that.
They said in all white circles, they're like, how many black friends you got? And then it's looked down upon if you don't have no black friends. I don't think so. But I feel like with black people, it's like,
No.
you don't have no white friends. You're so segregating, blah, 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 blah.
It's
like,
the same thing, just
looked
like why
down
they don't
on.
have to explain why they only date white people. I don't think they
Speaking of
have
that,
them.
y'all seen that podcast? It's like these 2 white girls. They talking about black people, the black men they had sex with. It's like the men we or something like that.
I didn't see that.
The premise of the show is like men that they've dated or men that like they slept with, and they're talking. This is like in 2014, but you know Twitter, we be dragging people from 2002. Like this woman, she had sex with 2 dudes, and one of them was black, and she was like, but not like white black, like black people that act like white people. Nah, I mean like black, like a thug black, which I like. Like she was like, I like that. Like I like black guys like that.
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
But I mean, I'm sure the viewers would. I mean, people with black Twitter at least would know what I'm talking about.
So.
Y'all know what I think is a racist act of violence.
What? Oh wait. What you talking
Do-rag or something? What is it?
If your waves don't spin?
No. Poorly seasoned food.
Oh my god.
I really think that is like an act of violence, bro. Bro, y'all ever been like, yo, I got extensive experience. It's not fun, man.
Expensive.
All I'm saying is an act of violence.
That's
Moral of the story
that's
is the
problem
world
with
is
videos like
racist.
this.
And so the law school is not exempt from that.
I also think it's a bigger dilemma when the racism is coming from higher ups.
What you mean? Elaborate.
Just like in general, like one is systemic, but 2, like if your professor is saying something racist, if it's coming from the administration, etc., or like even at work, in any setting, right? And I feel like that's even why this video is being hella filtered right now. Reasons like that.
True.
So
How can we unfilter it, Sam?
We gotta.
I'll unfilter when I become partner. Until then, I will try as best as I can to push back. Ooh, I guess like we could engage a little bit with our subscribers right now, right? Because like one thing, like the woman, or I believe it was a woman, I can't remember.
Oh, right.
Was like, I hate the fact that I hate the fact that you don't wear your natural hair to work, because that's been a big debate, like in our black women group meetings.
I support it, but I understand if you don't.
Say, do I literally change who I am to try to fit in and get these coins, or do I stay my authentic self, and if you don't like it, I go somewhere else? And that is a big dilemma, and it's like, you should not be having to make those type of decisions based on your hair.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't understand. Like, it's like, that is a whole decision right there based on your hair that non-black women will never have to deal with.
Like, you just can't understand. You just won't get it unless you're like a black woman having to deal with like your hair in the workplace. Because it is that serious. Like, we really do have to think about that a lot. Especially when you're being compared to like women who don't have to think about that.
Mm-hmm. And especially when people are telling you that is a form of being groomed. To me, that is the part that blows my mind. It's like, don't ever try to tell me that my natural hair that's been done is not well groomed.
Yeah.
That is a problem.
Like, this hair took hours, honestly. Your hair took 5 minutes. It's groomed, it just doesn't look how you think groomed hair should look, but it's groomed.
Shout out to our subscriber for saying that though.
Thanks for that comment. It was really like insightful.
Yeah, that's love. And then we even had a conversation with Austin because he posed a question under one of our videos about dealing with racism at work and dealing with like unconscious bias and dealing with people telling you that you're crazy because you're having these experiences that no one else is having, and like, it's 2018, get over it. It's simple things like that that non-black people, non-people of color will never have to deal with.
Yeah. So even comments like, we had a friend who said that one of the partners told her he lived in Brooklyn before it was civilized. You know, like comments like that, like gentrification comments. Like, I was in DC and New York this summer, for like 2 areas that are being heavily gentrified. Just hearing the way that people in the city would talk about the neighborhoods and what's safe and unsafe and dangerous and what's on the come up. Like, all those it's very coded language for what's actually happening.
It's like layers, dealing with the power dynamic, right? And then you add a layer of being black. Now you have to deal with the fact that you're black and the power dynamic and unconscious bias and overt racism. And then you gotta add the fact that you're a woman. And for some people, you gotta deal with sexuality. Some people, you gotta deal with religion. Like, it's like all that stuff just adds up. And you have to deal with the fact, do I conform and try to push through? Or do I stay my authentic self and have to go somewhere else if that?
And or try to push boundaries and intersectionality. That's basically what Sam said.
What y'all gotta do?
Be myself. as best as I can.
I think I have to be myself only because I would be so unhappy if I'm
Yeah,
not.
that's facts.
You close us out, Dave. You haven't done it since the dating video.
Yeah. Comment, like, subscribe to Angel and Sound LLP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.